You're listening to the Night Demon Network. Go to nightdemon.net/subscriber to unlock more exclusive content.
Hello and welcome to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast. I'm your host Nesbit, and today we have the final part of Jarvis Leatherby's interview with guitar player Tom Draper. I played with Crowning Glory, Carcass, Spirit Adrift. He's played in more bands, and we have more clips coming. Hope you're enjoying this one. This is the Tom Draper interview.
Hands of Goro we'd managed to kind of breathe new life into. During the pandemic, while I was still hoping to get back into Carcass, Adrian and I needed a new drummer because our first drummer was a nutcase. Our second drummer died, and then we didn't...
Wait, who was the second drummer?
There's a guy called Will Edmonds. He was Emma's husband.
Oh, no.
He was a drummer in Hands of Goro. We did a couple of gigs with him, and he recorded the drums on our first...
He had a suicide.
That's right, yeah.
That's too bad.
That was really rough. So yeah, like that combined... Was
he living in the Bay Area?
Yeah, him and Emma were in Berkeley. Yeah.
Right, and she's back in the UK now.
She's in the UK now, yeah.
And she's with, what's his name, from Toledo
Felix.
Steel, right? Or not Toledo Steel.
I think he was in Toledo Steel. He might have quit now.
Okay, yeah.
Felix is a lovely guy.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy.
But yeah, what happened there was when I joined Carcass as well, I kind of said to Adrian, it's like, let's put the band on hold. Like, I need to carry on doing Pounder because there's actually a record and stuff. And, we're just kind of like screwing around. And I need to really concentrate on this Carcass stuff. Like, I cannot fuck this up. And he was cool with that, and he tried to get the band going with a few other people, and it never really worked. But he's got a lockout rehearsal space in SF. So as soon as we were allowed to leave the house with masks on and all that bullshit started easing up a little bit, Adrian was like, let's jam. So we'd go to his jam space, and we jammed with a few different drummers before I invited Avi to come down. That's Avi who plays...
in Night?
He plays in Night and Vorlust and Wretched Stench.
He was in...
records albums.
He was in
Midnight
one of my
Chaser?
favorite... Yeah, I was just going to say, one of my favorite bands. Like, one of the bands that got me... That told me that I could do this band,
Really?
Yeah.
Midnight Chaser was the spark. Wow.
High Spirits, Enforcer, and Midnight Chaser. We didn't know of any bands. Like, we didn't know of the heavy metal subculture in Europe at all. We were, like, from the punk scene in California, but we were the only metalheads that were ever in that scene. Wow. And we were just so isolated. And we had made the first EP and hadn't released it. And we were just, like, kind of looking around online. And those were the bands that we found.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize that they had that much of an influence on Night Demon. That's sick.
We found them, and then they got us our first gigs in the Bay Area,
That's so cool.
Yeah. And they were fucking great.
Yeah, definitely. I like everything I've heard.
Yeah.
Once Avi was in the band, we taught him all the songs we used to do with Will, started writing some new ones, and because we know that Avi's a really great kind of engineer and producer as well, should we make an album? And he pretty much did it himself. He mic'd everything up. We tracked drums live and then overdubbed everything on top. So we'd all jam together in the room to get the original drum takes and try and do it as organically as we could. Made an album, released it ourselves, printed up our own vinyl. I think Nameless Grave did a licensing thing so that they could make some CDs as well. And we got some pretty good reviews.
That guy's here, by the way.
Is he really?
He's the guy that when we were walking out from backstage said, "Oh, you're still here?"
Oh, wow.
That guy in the tent, yeah.
Brandon?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to introduce me later,
I will,
please.
Yeah.
Yeah, very thankful to him. He's a big supporter. I know he's a huge Slough-fed guy.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't really know what Hands of Goro is because we don't make it particularly easy for anyone to figure
out.
out.
Yeah, I mean, come on, explain it.
we just do whatever the fuck we want. Like,
but there's like some kind of a theme, right? Like,
all the songs are about Goro.
Right. Okay. So there you go.
There's that.
So you have to basically write this. I mean, I know now Mortal Kombat has movies and comic books and shit. Like, is there really a lore behind this guy?
We've got our own version.
That's what I was thinking.
We're not particularly faithful.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's that song that you open with? Like, where like Adrian does like this kind of spoken word thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like we make up a new intro at every gig. He's like, we're going to play Beef.
So that's all on the fly?
Yeah, we make that shit up.
He's that creative?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
So he kind of like spouts like Goro lore like a demented preacher all the way through our gigs, and we have little bits where I like pick up a transistor radio and like hold it up to the mic. Go, can you hear it? Can you hear the signal coming through? It's really goofy, stupid shit, and it just makes us laugh. The music always comes first, and then he writes and tries to fit lyrics to it.
Okay.
Like Avi and I have chipped in a few lines here and there, but really it's all on Adrian. It's been great for him because I don't think he hasn't done a huge amount of live like lead vocals in bands before, but we have a song called Uncanny, which was one of the first things that me and him figured out when we first started jamming. And he ended up giving that song to Slough as well. So some nights when both bands play, he has to do that song twice, but like different arrangements of the songs because we both approached it.
Does he sing it in both bands?
Yeah, he does.
Mike sing it?
He sings it in both bands. Okay. Yeah, so he does a little bit of lead in Slough now. Yeah, we've just we kind of taken Hands of Goro and run with it. Like, obviously, you booked us for Frost and Fire last year, which was we're doing that and Muscle Rock last year. Honestly, I think that band has already done. We've peaked. Like, I don't know where we go from them. I've been hoping to repeat those kind of things. Yeah.
That's it, right?
We've done lots of gigs with Slough because you know that. While there is a scene in the Bay Area, like you don't want to just keep putting together the same 3 or 4 bands. Yeah. Like in the trad metal scene, you know, Space Vacation and Hellfire, like they're homies, and we like playing with them. But we can't just keep doing shows with the same bands over and over again.
Space Vacation, man, they have a song, like one song that they have that I think is like, I know what it's called. I need to like probably get into that, but just you mentioning them, I think it's like the greatest hook ever.
Could be.
I can't think of what it is, but
no, Keo and Scott are great. Like I've enjoyed spending a lot of time and jamming with them. They're nice people. But yeah, so keep doing Hands of Goro. And we were just about to start recording our second album, but Adrian got sick, so we're waiting for him to be better. And then we've got 7 or 8 new songs written and ready to go. And hopefully we'll do a little bit of playing out of town this year. I mean, the first time we played a gig outside the Bay Area was Copenhagen, which is pretty fucked up. We haven't even got to LA yet, and somehow managed to go and play over there. Just like living.
That's how the world is now, man.
It's weird, yeah. We did like Copenhagen, Gothenburg, someplace in Denmark, which name escapes me.
Right.
Oslo, and then Muscle Rock, like completely self-funded, like week.
Great.
Where we kind of ate shit on the flights, but we're like, no, we're doing this ourselves.
Scandinavian tour, man.
Yeah, we love being out there, and we got a good reception everywhere we went, and yeah, I love playing with those guys.
That's awesome.
Oh, we're nearly up to date. Gosh, there's one other thing I'm doing at the moment, which is this prog band called Birth.
Yeah, talk about Birth a little bit.
It's the Will Palmer connection again.
Yeah, right.
Because he hooked me up with the Spell Boys a few years ago, because he's got this label, Bad Omen Records, and Spell are on the label. I think Spell needed a guitar player for a tour a few years ago. And
the Green Lung Tour?
The Green Lung Tour in Europe, yeah. And he suggested me. That's actually not the full story, because Cam spoke to me about being a full member of Spell before that. But it was just after, I think, or around the same time I agreed to join Spirit Adrift. And I was like, I can't be a full-time member of 2 different bands nowhere near me that both begin with SP. That's crazy.
Right.
The names were just too close. So that didn't work out that time. But yeah, for this tour, I said, sure, let's do it. And first time I met the guys was like 2 days before we flew out, went up to Vancouver, rehearsed twice. I then had to go back to California rather than straight to Europe, because I had 2 passports from the Carcass days, and I'd brought the wrong passport with me, had the wrong expiry date on it or something. So like they would have like turned me back at the border when I got to Europe. I didn't notice, but Sarah texted me the night before we were due to fly, going, "You do know you've got the wrong passport," and sent me this BBC News link from it's like some new policy they'd put in a week before that I didn't know about. So that made the whole beginning of the tour a bit more interesting. Rather than getting in the night before and going out for dinner and walking around the old town, I was like at home thinking, I've got to be up at 4 a.m. to get this direct flight to Frankfurt probably.
Right.
Yeah, but that was cool. I had a really nice time with them, and I recorded a guitar solo for their new album and got to play it today, the song Lilac, which we did in the set.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm kind of like at the end of like the bat phone if they need a guitar player for any reason.
Right.
I think one of the guys in the band has trouble getting into the US, so any stuff they're doing over here.
Yeah, and that's a pretty easy gig you could just jump into if you've already done it, you know?
Exactly, yeah. And I don't have to really think too hard about it. Like it's already we share the same kind of influences. There's nothing in the set that's unusual musically.
Do you improv the guitar solos?
Some of them.
Okay.
Like some of them, I think the solos on the recordings are really good, and I want to keep them the same.
I mean, you play them great, but I'm always wondering, should I be impressed with you? Did you write those, or not? I mean, but now I know that you. Well, I know that you did on the new song, which I thought was the best solo of the day.
Oh, so, thank you. Yeah. Well, I like that solo too. That's a good Ultraviolet. I kept it mostly the same. Watcher of the Seas, I played it exactly note for note like the recording, because I think that's an amazing solo. And at the end of Wretched Heart, I was just like ripping some random stuff. I always used to be a guy that would think like, I want to play the solo exactly like it is on the record, like especially if it's someone else's.
Yeah.
When I was in Carcass, I really took pains to try and play the solos exactly like Michael would have, or if it was later on like how Carlo did or how Bill did.
Look, as much as I'm not personally a fan of John 5 or really Motley Crue, it's just not my thing, but he stepped into that gig and he plays everything note for note.
Oh, and
cool. I respect that, because everybody knows he can shred. You know what I mean? But it's like he's doing that gig, So and that's what the fans want to hear.
Totally, yeah. I've felt that as a fan before when I've gone to see bands. Like if some guy who's not an original member steps up and just like wanks all over it and just ignores what was a really good solo on the record, you're like, what you did wasn't better, dude. Like,
yeah, right.
Like, you just got to have taste about it and awareness. And also talk to the band about it. If you're a musician and you find yourself in that situation, ask.
Absolutely.
Like, have a conversation about it. Don't just like make assumptions. Like, it might be the band wants you to do your own thing.
Right.
It might be they want you to play it exactly like it is on the record.
Right.
Now, it's the Carcass gig it taught me so much about how to prepare for and how to kind of just exist as a professional musician, because I don't really feel like I was one before that.
Interesting.
Like the Angel Witch gig, I was playing second guitar, rhythm guitar. And
I felt Kevin's taken most of the solos, right?
I did a few harmonies, but that was it. And I just felt like a competition winner even being there.
Right.
It was like, this is like the Make-A-Wish kid got to jam with one of his favorite bands. This is rad. But the Carcass thing, I was like, no, now I really need to like think about precision. I need to think about timing. I need to be listening to what everyone else is doing. It's like, I'm here like as an employee pretty much, like as a hired gun. Like what I need, it's not just about making sure I sound good. It's making sure that I fit in with what everyone else is doing.
Right.
Like if it's meant to be a dead stop, it's a dead stop. Like you keep your foot on that, hovering over that noise gate pedal. Like,
absolutely.
We're a high gain band.
Absolutely.
And the shit has to sound right.
Yeah.
So really honing in on those kind of details. And then like it was something I was starting to talk to Jeff and Bill about like around the end of my time in the band, was like literally like, they would say things to me. It's like, there's quite a few times where us two walk to the back of the stage and you walk to the front. Like, it looks a lot cooler if like all three people kind of move at the same time.
Like AC/DC.
Yeah, it's like, like not in a contrived way, but just have a little bit of awareness.
Of course, like spacing is important.
Yeah, just like be aware of the whole a little bit more.
Listen, man, in our band, we've worked on so many things like that you're talking about now. A lot of it comes naturally after doing it together for so long, but there is like a lot that is actually calculated. You kind of assess what you do. It's like a sports team. Like you watch game film, you know what I mean? And you're like, oh, look at that, Oh,
dude, I'm the arsehole who records rehearsals and sends people the MP3s the next day. Like, I didn't even know you recorded that, you fuck. Like,
no, I mean, that's great.
Like, well, yeah, but if you do listen, this tempo is off, and like, kind of like, we need to look at that section next time. I still do that. Like with Birth, the prog band I'm playing with now, I record every rehearsal, and we listen to it all, and then we'll discuss it, and it means that when we come in for the next practice, if we figured out something awesome, we caught it and we know to do it again.
Right.
And B, if it identifies a problem area, we can hone straight in on it.
Right.
It's not just everyone kind of concentrating on their own shit, gets to the end of the song, go, yeah, sounded good, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think it sounded good.
Right.
If you really want to be at that level where, you want people to pay to come and see it, and
I think it matters. I think it matters, especially in our genre. Like there's so much relaxed looseness to so many of the bands, and like I think that's what makes it a little bit bad. Like I think that there's a fine line between fun and party and like being professional, and
that's right.
Playing with precision and everybody on the same page, like that's still just really impressive to me,
Well, especially in a world that's dominated by bands with backing tracks and shit. Like
man.
I've never been in one. I don't ever want to be in one.
Yeah.
And I know that like, especially now, because so many bands do it, you're really putting yourself out there if you don't. Because if you suck, you're really going to suck.
Yeah.
If a band with backing tracks sucks, you might not even notice.
I know.
So that's real motivation to really practice the stuff properly.
Absolutely. I find it like there's more creativity in it when you don't have tracks. Like try and see what you can do live, manually. It's way more fun. It's scarier, and but it takes practice.
It
know what I mean?
Like Rainbow on stage doesn't sound like Rainbow Rising, and it still rolls.
Right. It does, yeah.
You got to be, if you are going to layer up your recordings, which, I do with Hands of Goro. Like, I'm really making my life hard for the live show, because I think one song I did 20 guitar tracks on the first album.
Yeah,
it's like, I can't play, maybe I can cover two of those parts at the same time. Like, they'll be compromised, because I'll be doing double stops rather than single notes anyways. So you got to make sure it works live.
When we do stuff as a trio, we're always trying to figure it out on record first. Okay, how can we kind of get? And we're never gonna get what we really want, but we're gonna come up, because there's limitations, But we'll come up with something better that's innovative and go, all right, well, that's what we are, and we were able to imply what we want the audience to hear. That's the thing. You can set it up. You can set someone's ear up where you can imply, not that it's predictable, but you can kind of train somebody within 1 or 2 bars as to like when you can do a shift in a way where you're like, okay, I kind of hear those 2 guitars now. You know what I mean? When there's only one.
Well, I know you like doing dual harmonies of Armand.
We
like,
do.
On the bass and guitar.
We do. We've done it even before Armand was in the band, you know?
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I mean, that's always been our signature from the first song we wrote, you know? But now I don't know, I'm trying to bring it to another level now, and we'll see what happens. But without tracks, you know?
Yeah. So Birth has no tracks, but we've got the synth player Connor, the main songwriter. He's got like 3 keyboards, got a bass player, drums, guitar, 3 vocals, and I'm happy because I listen to my iPhone rehearsal recordings and they sound good.
Are you singing in the band?
A few backups.
Okay.
Yeah, we got 2 great singers already, so most of the harmonies are already taken.
So what's the trajectory of that band? It's like it's not a touring band per se, right?
Not yet. It could be. I believe they released an album in 2022. They had a lot of offers to go over to Europe, and I think a tour was pretty much booked, but they had to cancel it because I think someone in the band did something stupid and was then unable to travel or something. So I think there's a hope that the offers are still there. Right. But really the band just needs to kind of be reborn, if you like, and just be so many easy puns with this one. Right. Just don't look for any live videos on YouTube. It's like live birth. Like you're going to see some shit.
Oh, fuck, I didn't even think about that.
Real bad. We're doing a show at Eli's to kick off this version of the band, and we'll see if...
Yeah, when's that happening? In April?
Friday, April the 10th.
Got it.
Yeah,
okay,
we're going to be the third of 4 on a Friday night, which is a nice, comfortable place to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I hope it's a good gig, and I hope lots of people come to it, and I hope it's a good start for the band.
Yeah.
Because everyone's busy in the band. Everyone's got a lot of other projects. I think our ideal situation would be maybe if we could get to like Europe once a year and maybe do like a total of like 2 or 3 weeks of touring, and maybe some one-offs. We'd all be really stoked with that.
Why not? So then besides that, like the point that you're at now is you just joined these guys, right? You're going to see what happens. But from what I see, you're playing out all the fucking time.
I go to like local jams, and there's a really good like super local music community around where I live, which is like the Tri-Valley area, just like east of the Oakland Hills, like Concord, Walnut Creek, Livermore, like Phil Demmel. We've become friends over the last few years. Everyone knows who Phil is from the millions of metal bands that he's constantly playing with and filling in for and forming. And
Violence, Machine Head, Overkill, Slayer,
Lamb of God he's played with.
Yep.
Yeah, like
Kerry King
at the moment, and he's got Category 7
Category
as well.
7, that's Bush. Right, yep. So I saw their first show. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. He puts on these like charity shows a couple of times a year where I've managed to get myself into the regular rotation, where he'll get like 100 musicians together to play 60 or 70 songs over the course of like a 5-hour show, and he'll hire out like a community center, or he'll do it at his own bar. He'll get a full lighting rig and PA and techs. And
his bar in Dublin, by the way. He owns an Irish pub in Dublin.
Dublin, California.
Yes.
Let's make that perfectly clear. Yeah. And like it's a mixture of like people he went to high school with, local musicians, like legit touring rockers. Like we've had John Bush showed up at the last one. We've had James Durbin, who was on an early season of American Idol, come and completely destroy like Judas Priest and Boston songs, which is pretty incredible. Dave Rude from Tesla often comes and plays, and he's amazing. I think the last one, me, him, and Phil did a triple harmony tapping bit in the middle of Cold Sweat, which was
oh my god,
an incredibly fun thing to do. And the songs are getting more ambitious as we go on. We did Foreplay Long Time by Boston with like 3 guitarists, 5 vocalists, an extra like acoustic guitarist.
Well, I mean, you kind of need that.
Yeah, like
for that.
I don't really know where we go from there. I was like, are we going to try Bohemian Rhapsody? That's go fuck yourself. Like, not even touching that one. So I play with them. I've got like my friend Brooks Lundy puts on a lot of local jam nights, and he has a few cover bands. I'll go and sit in with them all the time. I'll literally turn up to stuff where there's like a clipboard and a piece of paper and a pen, and you sign up and say what songs you want to do.
That's it, huh?
I just go and do that stuff.
But you're constantly like learning new stuff to go play with these guys, right?
Definitely. Last summer, Brooks decided we were going to do a Sunday concert that was just going to be like 40 Black Sabbath songs. And he's like, learn as many of them as you want. Like, you can play all of them if you want. You can play like 4, and I learned like 35.
So do you think you've hit the 10,000 hours now to master the guitar?
Definitely hit the 10,000 hours, yeah.
Right.
So I think most of that was probably in the first 10 years.
Would you say you feel very comfortable with the instrument?
Depends what music I'm playing, like, because there's some... If I'm playing rock or metal, yes, incredibly comfortable.
Right.
Like, I rarely feel unsettled. So, but I'm a big fan of like funk music and soul music, and Steely Dan's one of my favorite bands these days. It's a sign I'm getting old, getting into that shit. And that stuff's much harder. Like,
Do you find that stuff helps you with rock and metal?
Yeah.
Because like when I was doing the Heartbeat stuff, like I was doing that because I got so burnt on metal, because the metal that was happening in the 2000s, it just wasn't my metal anymore.
Sure.
And there was no high-speed internet yet, and there was no it was dead, and I wanted to get as far away from what was happening as I could.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, but when I came back to play real metal,
yeah,
I was just so much better. My melodic sensibility was so much better. It was crazy, and I was like, because when I started, I went to the school of Metallica, and I was like, okay, I know how to chug, but when I came back from doing the rockabilly stuff and the soul stuff and the doo-wop stuff, I was like, oh God, it opened up. It was just a whole new level of it, and I was able to navigate all over the place within that. And I was like, this is so much better. And just knowing, like, these are the notes in that chord. Like, I know where I can go. You know what I mean? It was
totally.
It unlocked it.
My music theory's always been pretty good. I had a lot of music lessons at school, and my ear is good. Like, I don't know if I've got perfect pitch, but certainly relative.
It doesn't matter. You don't need perfect pitch. Some people are born with perfect pitch. It happens. We can blame our parents. I mean, it happens in the womb, But you don't need perfect pitch. You just need relative pitch, or you need to know. You can train your ear.
Oh, totally.
You know what I mean? But the fact, if I sing an A flat right now and you don't know what that is, who cares? You know what I mean?
Someone listening's gonna care.
Whatever. No. Anyway, so cool, man. Thanks for talking. This was great, and I hope people check out all of your stuff except for your albums that were never released.
Well, I do have some solo albums as well that are just under my name, which is stuff where I've like programmed the drums, done the bass, the keyboards, the guitars, and everything.
I've heard a song.
There's one song that I sing, and the rest is all instrumental. Like, feel free to be like the fourth or fifth listener for those as well, because there's not a lot of love for that.
Okay. So just under Tom Draper.
Yeah, there's a Bandcamp and Spotify and all those things. There's
is.
a couple of records there. Instrumental, guitar, and noodling.
What would you, just to close here, what is the meaning of your life at this point? I mean, what is there anything to check off the list? Are there any serious concrete goals? Is there,
I have a general sense that I want to continue, and I'd like to play great gigs with great people. But in terms of like climbing a mountain, I'm not so sure. Because I feel like the machinery around that kind of higher level stuff requires a certain amount of personality that I do not have on my own. Like, I don't think I'm the kind of person that could push into it. I'm the kind of person that can fit into it. Like, I'd like to be in a position where I'm respected enough that I could possibly be asked to do those kind of gigs.
right?
And I feel like that's something that I'm trying quite hard to maintain, but also not making it the only reason I'm doing it. The reason I do it is because it's fun and I have to. It's like it's a way of expression for me that I just cannot do any other way, like through playing music and through performing as well.
Right.
It's something I still look forward to. I still get excited about it. I'll still like watch a video of one of my favorite concerts like the day before I'm playing a show to get myself pumped up, same as I did when I was 14.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that kind of excitement still never goes away. The only times it has is when I've been like grinding on tour with people I don't want to be around anymore. Like,
I completely agree with you on that.
That's hard.
It's
heartbreaking.
It's
like,
very
fuck.
hard. It's very hard, and you have to have the right combination, you know. And sometimes all it takes is one person that doesn't fit into that chemistry. You know?
I've been the person. I've been sat around talking about what we do with the person when it's someone else, and that stuff sucks. It really, really does. And so I guess the older I get, the more I try to learn that a band is as good as the sum of its parts, right? Like, everyone can turn up and be an absolute wizard on their instrument, but if the relationships aren't good, and if you can't read the subtle signs, like know when someone needs a minute, when someone needs some help, you know.
I mean, that's why all-star bands really don't pump out good music, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's just a hang.
Yeah, or even sports teams, like super teams, they end up like not winning at all, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I want to be happy and I want to continue playing music. I love doing stuff like playing at Hell's Heroes. I think it's amazing.
But you don't have a desire to, like, at this point, to, from the ground up, start your own thing and go, bam, this is it.
I mean, I don't know what that looks like now. You know,
So no, the answer is no. I mean, it's either, I'll tell you right now, man, that notion, it's a hell yes or a hell no. It's like, there's not really a middle ground there.
I don't know what the future looks like. I can base it on my own experiences and the kind of things I've tried and the kind of things I've seen other people try, and the years and years of like van grinding. Like I don't see that necessarily being in my stars. Like I think I'm a little old for that now.
I think all of us kind of are past that in a way.
Yeah, I'd hope that's not going to happen again, but if it has to, it has to.
It just would depend on what the situation is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, again, I think if everybody's on the same page, whatever the logistical situation is, it would work out because everybody thinks the same. And like, what that would mean is that if you're the right fit with these guys or with whoever, they're not going to be wanting to do that either. You know what I mean?
Hopefully not.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, you got to take it for granted that everyone's going to like be super professional, turn up prepared with gear that works, like with the right, you know, figure out what the band's got to look like and sound like.
Right.
So you can get on with, you know, I'm more interested in figuring out like, where's going to be a nice place to go and eat? Like, where can I, like, is there anything cool we can go and see during the day? Like, I don't want to be just like kind of like sat around just on a phone waiting all day. Traveling is a privilege.
Right.
And some of the best times I've had on tour, like that Hands of Goro thing, like we had a day off, so we drove to an amusement park.
Right.
And we watched a concert there in the evening, and we made sure we still had plenty of time to get a good night's sleep and get to the show the next day in time.
Right.
You know, like on another day off, we had too many days off for such a short tour, but you know, it was what it was. But like, just stopped, just pointed at a random looking town on the map. It's like, let's park here and let's just go and see what's here. Like apparently there's a citadel by the sea. Let's go and check out the citadel. I love all that stuff. Like it's, you know, I want to play good music with good people. That's the easiest way of putting it.
So you're pretty content with your life.
Oh yeah, I love my wife to bits, and I love my friends. I don't see my family as much as I'd like to, but you know, California's a long way from England.
Sure.
Got 4 cats who I love. I love our house. I love the town where we live. I love, you know, going out cycling all the time. I'm trying to live a very healthy life these days so that I can.
Would you consider yourself at peace?
More now than I have been for a really, really long time.
Okay.
Yeah. Very, very like things like this feel like a massive bonus.
Right.
Like
I feel like there's a difference between happiness and peace. Like I've straddled the line between the two. You know what I mean? There is a difference, you know?
Yeah. It's I'm very content with the way things are at the moment.
Right.
I'm in a very supportive relationship where like, if I do need to take off and, you know, tour for a couple of weeks or even longer if the situation demanded it, like I got a wife who understands, I got a job who understands, like I'm very blessed. Yeah. Just the fact I haven't been doing it a lot for the last few years is just giving me more time for, you know, self-care. That's
really good, man, because like then that's why I'm asking about the happiness and the peace, right? Because you can have a happy existence, and happiness can be argued that it's fleeting. You know, it could be an emotion like a wave. Yeah. But peace is more of a kind of a even keel, like just overall lasting. Yeah. You know, and oftentimes when people are touring and playing at a high level and then not, that can take that peace away.
Dude, exactly. Like being in Carcass, I felt like I'd finally defined who I was. It's like I am now a successful musician because I'm in this successful band. Right. And I felt like when it stopped, like that was gone. It's like I no longer matter. Right. Because I'd attached so much of my self-worth and like I felt like being in that band validated my entire life's work. So losing that's why that was so crushing for me. It's like, fuck, now I'm a local music guy again.
Right.
Now I'm the guy who's in his 40s. It's like, come and see my band that you've never heard of that's going to play to like 50 people.
Right.
It's like, that mega cringe, like, oh no. Like,
right.
It's like that meme. It's like guy in the 20s tells a girl he's in a band, oh, cool. Guy in his 40s is like, oh.
Yeah.
But it's taken a minute to get over it, but I genuinely feel now that like the musician part of my life is just part of my life. It's not the thing that defines it.
I wouldn't. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good peace of mind. And sometimes we have to go through that, And like we're Night Demon's taken the longest break we ever have. There's not even a date when we're going to go back. So like
that's unusual. Yeah.
It is, but it needs to happen, And I'm working on music and all this stuff, and it's good. But I have that fear too. It's like, what happens? Does everybody just forget about us? I don't know.
Probably
I don't
not.
know. Well, we'll see.
I don't think they will.
We'll see. But I just lately I've seen that bands can do quality over quantity, and it works. And bands that do go away from the road for a while, they're actually like people really want it back,
Totally, yeah.
So
I think it's good for everyone. I mean, like the band wants it more when they come back, the fans want it more.
Right.
Perhaps if the fact there was a gap probably suggests that people needed a minute to like work on some stuff anyway. So
completely.
I mean, Neurosis just came back today completely out of nowhere, and it's like stunned people because they haven't played together.
Did they?
Yeah, they've just announced they're headlining Fire in the Mountains with
Really?
a new singer. Yeah.
Oh no, Scott's out. Is it?
Scott's out. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Apparently it's good. I read a bunch
Okay.
of stuff on Instagram this morning, and people seemed incredibly stoked about it.
Okay.
Like this stuff.
Yeah, but they are a kind of legacy band too. You know
They're
what
a
I
legacy
mean?
band,
It's
yeah.
like,
I always say, like, if you had CDs in people's houses before Napster happened, then you'll always have an
yeah,
audience.
exactly. If you were ever on Beavis and Butthead.
Yep, that's a good one. Yep.
Yeah. What was the other one I was thinking the other night? I can't remember. But yeah, with Night Demon, I think, of course, we're a legacy band now,
It's taken a minute to get there, though.
A legacy band within our microcosm
It's
scene.
like 3 Inches of Blood yesterday,
Yeah.
like Legacy Band. That's 20 years ago. That
Absolutely.
They were just starting to show people that kind of music was allowed again.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Just because they decided it was.
Right. And they were fantastic.
Amazing. They were a huge influence for Crowning Glory. We were like,
Yeah,
well, fuck,
really.
maybe we can do this metal stuff because 3 Inches of Blood exists.
Right,
We were listening
right.
to Advanced of Vanquish, like going like, dude, Deadly Sinners is like as good as anything Maiden have done for a really long time. Like this is fucking cool.
That's like we always said. We didn't come to compete. We came to inspire. When we were touring with this kind of music, like nobody else was, and we're like seriously touring,
Yeah.
And through that we kind of showed a lot of bands like you can do it. You can start with no money and do it, But it's funny. Rock Hard magazine came out last month in Germany, and we're on the cover. They decided to not tell us.
Wow.
We don't have an album out or anything, And it was basically talking about the new wave of traditional heavy metal, and I was just pretty honored because it was like, hey, here's the leaders of this, and it says like, new wave of traditional heavy metal featuring Night Demon and company, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot too, though, to live up to, because we respect these other guys so much, and like they're friends of ours.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm honored, but it gave me some peace of mind to be able to say, okay, it's okay if we're not on tour now.
Yeah.
They haven't forgotten about us,
Of course not, man. Oh god, it's
a pretty selfish position to take, but I'm just being honest.
No,
I'd like
man,
to be.
self-care is real, and
Yeah.
I think it's immeasurable what you and the Night Demon guys have done for the trad metal scene. It's completely right that you guys are on that cover, and
Thanks.
the headliners of that article. I don't know if Hell's Heroes exists without what you did with Frost and Fire. It probably doesn't.
No, I know it doesn't, because that's kind of the idea of this started at Frost and Fire.
There you go. I wonder how many bands and ideas have started at Frost and Fire. It's probably quite a lot.
I love that. See, that's the thing that makes me the most happy. It's not like personal gain. It's like, because I realize that sometimes I get, I hibernate when I'm not on the road. I'm not like I used to be. I'm not like out every night and stuff, drinking and all that shit,
No.
right? So, like being here just running into everybody. It's just like this sense of community and just people that you've known for so long, and like the things you've done together. Like it really does make a difference, so.
It's a beautiful thing, man. On behalf of everyone, thank you.
Yeah, and thank you, and thanks for sitting down and having a chat.
Anytime.
All right.
That's it for this week. Really great interview. Great guitarist. Check out Hands of Goro. I played a clip in this episode. Really cool band. You should check them out. I only found out about Hands of Goro from the last Frost and Fire episode we did. But you can check them out on Bandcamp. Also, check out Tom Draper, his solo stuff on... you can just search for it on YouTube, Spotify, Bandcamp. Anyway, I love these interviews. Long conversations between two people with tons of experience in music. I don't know. I always find that interesting. As always, I'll remind you to check out how you can become a Night Demon subscriber and get access to tons of bonus content, live shows going back to the first days of the band, unreleased tracks, hundreds of live tracks, full shows, live videos, photo galleries. Check out nightdemon.net for more info. Until next week, this is Nesbitt, signing off.
Thanks for listening to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast. Head over to nightdemon.net, click on the subscriber tab, and sign up to access exclusive weekly bonus content. If you would like to donate to support the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast, you can do so through PayPal at paypal.me/nightdemonmetal. Additionally, if you have not already done so, please subscribe, like, rate, and review the show on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts.
All hail, Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast listeners. This is Dusty Squires chiming in to tell you about my brand new signature sticks from the London Drumstick Company. I've dreamt of having my very own drumsticks ever since I was a wee lad, and LDC made that a possibility for me. Founded in 2016 in London, England, the birthplace of heavy metal, the London Drumstick Company has trailblazed a path through the music industry and taken the drummer world by storm. When I met them for the first time, they knew their product was going to withstand the beatings of a Night Demon show. They took the time to work with me on getting everything just right. The balance and weight of my sticks are the same no matter what, and the durability is bar none the best I've ever had. I know my sticks will last through the set night after night. I'm truly honored to work with a company that caters to their players the way LDC does. Their innovation and attention to detail is what separates them from the rest of the stick makers out there. Their custom stick sleeves are unbelievable and really make the entire presentation complete. Wait until you see the design they came up with for me. It blew my mind and was a surprise to say the least. They have all kinds of amazing swag, including hoodies, t-shirts, drummer shorts, drum keys, stick bags, towels, face masks, practice pads, and much, much more. Even if you're not a drummer, you can be a part of Demon history and order my brand new signature sticks direct from their website. How cool is that? And to top it off, the London Drumstick Company are giving an exclusive offer to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast listeners. Go to londondrumsticks.co.uk and receive a 15% store-wide discount using promo code DEMONSTICKS. All capital letters, no spaces, Demon Sticks. DEMONSTICKS. I can't thank everyone there enough for the opportunity to be a part of their family and for them trusting me with their amazing products. See you metal maniacs on the road very soon. And yes, the wood chips will be flying.
Great Greetings, boils and ghouls. This is your comrade, the Crypt Keeper here, reporting dead from the sanctuary of the strange. Tonight's macabre myth is a fright-filled feature, one overflowing with monsters, madness, and magic.
Visit our website at monstersmadnessandmagic.com to stay up to date on all the dark dealings within the sanctuary of the strange. Enjoy the show.
Hey Metalheads, I'm Mark and I host the Metal Forge. Let me tell you about the show. The Metal Forge features the best underground metal from all over the world. We spend every week with a different artist with interviews, in-depth conversations, and most of all, the music. We also feature audience interactivity where you can submit your questions to the upcoming guests. New episodes are out every Friday at noon Eastern Time at metalforgeradio.com or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Want to know what's going on in the world of music? Then tune in to the Nothing Shocking Podcast, a non-genre based, all-ages friendly rock and roll program. Join us weekly for interviews with all your favorite rock stars from the mainstream to the underground. You can find us at nothingshocking.libsyn.com or anywhere you download podcasts.
Okay, metalheads, you've been complaining that there has not been a channel that plays all of the heavy metal videos from past, present, and future for years and years at this point. Well, that time is over. Heavy Metal Television is back. HeavyMetalTelevision.net is the website. Go there. You can see videos playing 24/7, 365, all the time, all the best from the old school, the new school, and everything in between. Check it out, HeavyMetalTelevision.net. It is where the metal is.